And not just because the voices in my head said yes.
Sorry, Blightstone, not Orb of Destruction.
Ah. Uh, those don't. I think they don't if you're carrying both.
I see. They used to stack with each other. You could apply bolt to somebody and they would lose armor from both items. Anyways.
Oh, I just realized something. Go to 633 real quick. All right, I'm a cosmetics nerd. This is the golden BZZ set.
Ah.
It's the self-made golden BZZ set.
Beautiful.
That means he got it from him.
Yes.
Balance in all things.
All right. That's over here, Team Secret, jumping on the shrine already, moving away from cosmetics as fast as I possibly can.
Sorry, just it's a very expensive set, you know. Anyway, down and bottom, this attract's going to be in a bit of problems here, but luckily he's close enough to the tower. He's got decent move speed, as he is a big armor move speed hero. It's 300 and 319 base move. This will give him no. It'll still be a 2-2 even rune trade.
Yep. So we're opting right away to get raised at level 1 instead, but it does force Zitrax here to go through a couple of his tangos before the lane even starts. So he's going to have to send himself out a little bit more region if he wants to stay in lane. Only one tango and a healing salve if they're in laning phase. I'm going to cut it, even if your Keeper of the Light does have a headdress. So they start with a tri-lane. I'm not sure they're going to be able to take him down, though, unless they catch this Keeper of the Light out of position, because he does have a lot less armor. Already at 40% physical resistance at level 1, Terrorblade is a bit difficult to bring down.
Oh. They find the stun on him, though. They get the double raise, but Yaps are unable to get the third with no mana available. You do see Puppy TPing out immediately. Zai. Courier actually gets clipped.
Yep. Keep a light, high movement speed hero, 330, so it's very easy for him to run down a courier at the start. He manages to catch it out. Popping Metamorphosis already. Mid lane, we already see Ember Spirit trying to run down Nisha here on the Templar Assassin. I think he'd... Fairy Fire's up. He's going to be just fine. Ember Spirit now in a little bit of trouble here.
Does he have a Fairy Fire? He does.
He does.
So, if it were to hit the fan, he's got the response.
Top lane. Puppy getting chased down by this Tiny.
Illusion, though, is not really running too much HP himself, so you don't really want to try to make the big trades, but make the trades nonetheless. Click on the hero. Speaking of clicking on the hero, TA in the mid. 19 will go down. 19 will get the kill on Nisha. He was getting very close to actually going down, but tower aggro swapping it around. Doesn't actually end up getting killed on that one.
And this is a lane, it's a little bit easier for the Templar Assassin if it swings one way, and yeah, that's exactly what he should be doing.
Yeah, that's denying himself. It's the quickest way.
Dota 2 is a wild game where it's better to die sometimes than it is to stay alive. But it's either he stays in lane, doesn't get very much EXP or gold, or you die to the enemy tower. Well, then the enemy's not there, and then you TP back to lane full again.
Yeah, and since you just died to the tower or to the dire, which is also the tower, it's not the delayed respawn time of dying to a neutral.
Yeah. That as well. Bottom lane, things gotten a little bit difficult for Zai. He's forced to stand pretty far back. Puppy almost went down there. Now salving up. 6-3-3.
Huh. Another courier going down, though, but up in the top lane with some of man able to get the kill, at least on Illusion, almost getting the kill in 6-3-3. Does have salve available, though, so 6-3-3 is going to be able to disengage from this one and just kind of reset. But this game, it was, you know, even in the first game, it was a little bit slow, and we're back in the scenario again. It's still a little bit slow. But there's a lot of heroes that give some decent rotations. I talk about it like all the time when I was casting Chaos, was that we had, I think it was Biver. Godlike rotations on Tiny almost every single time, and we see this already in mid. Actually back up at the top lane, though. We do see 6-3-3 getting pretty low up here in the top, trying to body block so they can get the bash, but no negative armor. There is a stun. They'll get the second click, then they'll follow up with the bash. They'll get the kill, but back in the mid, they still manage to get the kill on Nisha in the meantime.
Yeah. Nisha does go down, so not unexpected. You're instantly breaking all those refraction charges with the Ember Shield, and being thrown back out of position with the toss is not fun. So Team Secret is going to be a little bit slow with their draft. Team Secret's going to be a little bit slow with their draft as they start to come online. Once they hit like level 6 and start moving together with all this negative armor, it's going to be a little bit scary for Unique. Until then, we're not really going to see that much action coming out from Secret. So it's up to them to, I guess, figure out what they want to do and take advantages in these lanes. But I think Secret's definitely just here to have fun right now. I mean, they're already at the top of the groups, win or lose.
Secret, Zai in the bot, tossed out by Illusion. Yapsor maybe trying to make some space, and he does. He gets the kill on Fansker with that one. They want to go for Illusion here, but they don't really need it. Oh, by the way, he did spec up Presence of the Dark Lord very early.
Yup, that's Yapsor. So -4 armor aura for when he decides to fight with his team, and they all run around as one unit. They're all leveling up their minus armor abilities.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even look at that. How many of these do we have? So the spec on the Vengeful is pretty standard, which, by the way, is about to die outside the pit. So Presence of the Dark Lord, that's definitely not standard. There's no meld on the TA yet, and then it's standard to get Gush anyway.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not standard to get 2 in Gush. Usually you get 1 in Gush so you can at least have the slow to help you in the team fights or just help you catch people out. That's like
yes,
on the loose end of the things.
You definitely want Anchor Smash to be able to perform better in the lane. This isn't standard.
Right.
But they are harassing terribly out of the lane with these abilities. Presence of the Dark Lord, if you're playing for Shadow Fiend, then I'd imagine that Presence of the Dark Lord is better than getting Necromastery. Having that extra minus armor for when you're right-clicking people down with your teammates. Actually missed that one top lane. Slardar manages to take down Pugna. Again,
it's just another dive, like
yeah,
like we were already talking about. They're all specking their negative armor stuff. They could just go straight under the tower and just have a great time. And like I was talking about during the draft, you go 1-1-3 on your Slardar, and he just does so much surprise damage. But let's talk about the next eventual surprise here, as Nisha's getting jumped on in the mid here. Illusion is going to toss him up, but not toss him back. Puts the aggress here a little bit slow, as Nisha's just going to kill off Illusion. Oh, actually he gets the wand charge and will save him for the time being, but Yapsor is here. But I don't think Yapsor is that much of a threat, especially since there's a DD on 19.
Yeah. Yapsor has to get back here. Illusion did manage to stick up to be able to survive that last hit from the TA. So Secret, as much fun as they're trying to have right now, Unique are in this to win. I mean, I would be too, given if I was playing against this. You got something to prove if the enemies are messing around with you like this. Zai. Still opting no points in Anchor Smash at level 5, maxing out his Gush, so he's definitely going all in on this one.
Illusion yet again, actually. Trying to, I don't know what he was actually doing. I think it was just, I don't think it was warding, because there's no, though there is a ward actually up here. But, it looks like he might have just been trying to de-ward.
He was trying to de-ward. You have to walk right up to that, playing melee here, unfortunately. Yapsor was there to bring him down. He gets his first point in Necromastery, which again makes sense. At level 6 you do probably want to take Requiem because it is a disable. And a movement speed slow. Disables are important, even when you're trying to, even when you're going all negative armor, disables are important.
It helps them kill the heroes. That's the only way. But yeah, no. I imagine you go for it at 6. You want to get at least some souls, because that way you can actually right-click, but it seems like he's doing relatively fine, just popping out Shadow Rays isn't doing the trick, but down in the mid. Down in the mid. They do manage to get the kill on Nisha. Yapsor does rotate in, but Matumba Man doesn't want to go and try to fight him on top of this hill here. Just quite yet. He is in the river, though. Does manage to meet him in the river. Does find the stun. Hits him with the R, but tossed up into the air. And no bash available. 19 will just start TPing out. There's nothing that they can do to stop him now.
Yeah. Not enough procs ready for bash the deep, so he ends up getting away from there. Poor man shield found for the Terrorblades. Could have a little bit of extra armor and agility.
Very standard item that you want to pick up on that TP. Probably the next best one would have been the Iron Talon, which we saw in the previous game. Down in bot, though, Vansker is going to be in a bit of trouble here. Matumba Man missing all of his attacks thanks to the great ability known as Blinding Light. That one thing that everybody, when the Keeper meta was floating around, that you spec that at level 1, you wouldn't get any other spell. I think you still do that.
Usually. Depends who
Yeah.
you're letting.
Oh my gosh. Mask of Madness for Matumba Man. It's gonna be the plan here. He's got the gold.
Okay.
All right.
He's not
We're
specing
seeing the
this
attack
minus
speed
armor yet.
Slardar. That's what we're gonna see. It's gonna be the attack speed Slardar. He's gonna go Mask of Madness into just moon shards. Zai, caught out. At least for the time being, he's gonna get Emner Remnant bursted down. He did have Ravage, but very hard to time there with the Remnant jumps as well. 19. Just diving Yabsor here. They do have the TP coming in by the Vengeful, who actually is gonna find 19 immediately. Throws out the stun, but it's just Puppy cooking him. Decrep on the sidelines. They find the kill on Yabsor, though, so they do manage to pick off 2, and there's been nothing else happening on the map here. Secret's actually in the jungle. I do say that, though. They have both the outposts, and we're 20 seconds out from the ticks, so Unique might want to consider going there, because that'll give them 6 on their Tiny, and I mean, I guess 8 on your Terrorblade. It looks like they're not going to. The Ravage goes out. They find a beautiful one indeed, and Matumba Man finds the bash on 19. The Mask of Madness online. They'll find the kill on 6-3-3 as well.
Yep. And there's the punish. I mean, you were running around the enemy team triangle for like 2 minutes there. It makes sense that you died just before the runes spawn. Secret, as much as they're messing around with this minus armor strat, they're still a disciplined and very skilled team. So they pick you off just when they need to go pick up the bounty runes at 10 minutes.
Well, bounty runes at 10 minutes is a big thing. It's I saw a tweet on it, I think it was by PPD as well, is that the mindset of being satisfied with 2 bounty runes is a bad mindset. So
sounds like PPD has the disease of capitalism. Enough isn't
Well,
enough. He wants more.
But yeah, getting the bounty runes is vitally important. It does make a significant difference in a game, especially since like it is a reliable way to get bottles filled up. But like that's like the like low end of it.
Yeah.
He's still going Blink Dagger on Matumba Man.
Yeah, I mean, makes
Still
sense.
very
Get on
very
top of
standard.
people. It's going to be mostly Nisha carrying this game. I mean, he's going Egg and Scepter right now. He's gonna throw around his traps and jump out on people all over.
Oh
the
my god,
place.
is he?
Yep.
All right, well, I don't know how I really feel about it, because like out of all the Aghanim Scepters, I really think that this is not one that's good.
It is very fun to watch and use, though.
So here's how it would be better. All right, you increase the trap amount, which I already think is a talent. No, it is not. Okay, it's actually the trap damage.
Yes.
So I think you give it more max traps, and you reduce the cooldown to like 3 seconds.
I mean,
But the travel time is still the amount. Is still 4 seconds or whatever, however long it takes to TP there.
that doesn't sound that great. We're about to see a fight break out here.
Yeah, Matumba Man trying to click out on Zitrax up in the top, but in the mid, there's a whole team fight going on here. Zai, Ravage available in 3 seconds, and that's what they're waiting on, and that's what Unique want to fight off with. Ravage available, Will-O-Wisp, not going to be able to get it. They don't want to buy back this time. Try to fend it off. In fact, they find the root on Nisha, but it's not going to be enough. The TP from the Venge is coming out there. They want to find something here, but they don't really want to go too aggressive into this one. Decrep out on the TA, the Remnant up to the high ground for the defensive. Yabsor on the sidelines. He's level 7, by the way. He did not end up going for Requiem. They find the stun immediately on the sidelines, though. Puppy going to be in a bit of trouble. They're going to jump away as they find the kill on Vanscourt. They find Puppy at the same time, but 6-3-3. He does have a lot of mana available. Does manage to get rooted up still. Mask of Madness no longer active. Now Yabsor respects his ultimate. Now that he's level 8. He's trying to find the best opportune time to do this one. Anisha, though. The Invis underneath the tower. They know exactly where he is. They don't want to get too close as they drop the Ravage, and they want to get this kill out to Citrax, but no. He drops the shirt. He ends up dropping the Sunder right at the exact moment needed, but will it be enough is the question. Matumba Man trying to outclick him. They do find the kill. They want to get this on 19 as well. No remnants available. He's got 20 seconds left. He does have a sleight of fist, but they are going to let him go for the time being. 3 for 4.
3 for 4 in a very lengthy fight. Neither team really coming out on top as far as net worth or EXP goes, but Oh man, once a couple more items start coming out on secret, I feel like this turns around and becomes much harder. Manta style isn't gonna do a whole lot for this Terrorblade other than say bring off the minus armor from the Slardar and the Vision. Unfortunately, this Tidehunter did go down that first time to the Will-O-Wisp, but Kraken Shell can't save you from things like Will-O-Wisp. Like that's one of the reasons that makes things like Static Storm, Disruptor, Will-O-Wisp, Keeper of the Light, and Dual Legion Commander, these things that can't be dispelled. Suddenly, Kraken Shell isn't doing anything for you and getting off Ravage. So that was pretty good for him to lay that down there, even though it felt a little bit underwhelming because he was almost dead. It did prevent the Ravage, and I think it ended up leading to them getting a couple kills in that team fight there.
But like you were saying, doesn't really seem like much has changed.
Not much.
The tower's not
changed.
dead. Well, I say that actually. Illusion. Well, he was in a bit of trouble there, but they're going to be able to disengage for the time being. No real problem so far. They are going to throw the decrep out on the Tidehunter. He doesn't have Ravage, though. The Will-O-Wisp does get thrown down, but Illusion gets burst down by Yapsor. Wisp's going to go down in this next iteration here. They find the kill on it. It actually takes the soul, by the way. And they are going to be able to get the stun immediately out onto the Emperor Spirit. He has Blade Mail, but I don't think anyone's really concerned about this. In fact, does have a Remnant, though, that disengage, and he's good to go.
Yep. Oh, I mean, Blade Mail makes a little bit of sense, given the fact that they're going to be playing super aggressive right-click heroes onto the Emperor. Yeah, he's just going to Blade Mail Radiance. That is also hilarious. I sort of like it, though. Again, it will... it's not going to stop them from attacking him, but it'll make them think twice about it, playing too aggressive against the Ember Spirit. Right now, there's a bit of a lack of lockdown up until the Slardar gets his Blink Dagger, actually. It looks like that's what's flying out to him right now, so... Things are going to speed up a little bit for Sucre once he has this.
All right, well, we've got the Ags up and online on the TA. The channel time is 1 second, so it's not actually as long as I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be 2 seconds. Okay, that's why I felt it was long. In 725, it was switched to 1 second.
Yeah. It is a pretty good teleport now. So anyways.
Oh yeah, since Boots of Travel's got nerfed.
Yep.
Right.
Vladimir's offering finished on the Tidehunter as well, so there's a couple items that just got done on secret. They're
That's
itching
true.
to take a fight.
Just gets annihilated. Showing off that Blink Dagger there. Mask of Madness still available, but 633 just eating the dirt. 19. No stun available. They do find the Ravage, and he's dead.
Yeah. And he's the biggest problem right now. He's going to be the one doing all the damage. Right now, they're trying to create space for the Terrorblade, what you call the Terrorblade effect, to eventually take place. I don't think that's going to happen this game, though.
Well, to be fair, he is at the top of the net worth, but I do see your point. I don't see the Terrorblade effect actually being able to pull ahead on this one, because there's just, as much as they want to like take team fights and kind of win, there's, ooh, cheeky. They didn't send anybody in there to grab that Aegis, though. It was a really good Will-O-Wisp timing. Puppey will fall first, though, as they are looking for some extra kills on the sidelines here. Zai trying to disengage for the time being, but he will end up going down. They want to find at least one kill, but Nisha burns the Aegis, and Slardar is nowhere nearby, and I don't think you want to be anywhere nearby as Nisha just gets burst down. He's dead.
So, 3 heroes going right down there. Open this fight recap up, and you had to buy back on the Ember Spear. You had to buy back on the Pugna, but that's an amazing fight. 3,500 XP going your way. Aegis burn. Suddenly the enemies aren't going to be able to push for a little while. This is the sort of fights that get you back into the game.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll at least get this tower for now. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the one bot or the one top, because the top tower does have creeps active in it. Actually, no, this is 2 range creeps compared to 1, so. Down in the bot, though. 19 is going to be spotted by Matumba Man. Manages to miss the root. As Yapsor is already channeling the ult on the sidelines. On top of the Spirit here. But the problem is that it's just Matumba Man and 4 enemy heroes. And he doesn't have phase boots.
Blue Dagger's not going to help him here, so down he goes. I mean, the SF did get out, but that was the cost of Requiem and your Slardar. Not really worth it, I'd say.
But I did take a quick glance before he died, because I could see his items. He is going to actually still go for the Moon Shard.
Yeah.
Not too surprised if he's going to go for this attack speed build with the minus armor. Next would be like a Desolator. But the TA obviously will eventually go that. In fact, we see that she's had it queued up at the moment. The BKB following as well. What are we looking at on our 4 Shadow Fiend? Basically. Looks like
Lotus Sword.
Lotus? Yeah.
Support
So
Shadow
what are
Fiend,
you
build
Lotus
support
in this?
items. What are you
I guess
lotusing?
you...
Chains, Decrepified.
Yeah.
It's mostly is like the Dispel.
Mhm.
Blinding Light you can purge off as well because it gives you the minus 80% miss chance. It's not something you want on
Swap. 6-3 down in the bot. They drop the stun. They want to get the bash. The Mask of Madness will help them get the bash, and I think this is just the dead Wisp. Once again, the soul of the Wisp has been eaten. Nisha does manage to jump in there in time. They'll find the swap, and Vansker's just instantly dead. They're looking for more, though. Puppy doesn't have... Oh, no, he does have another... No, he doesn't have another charge to swap. Why does it say he does? On the map on the top there. Anyway, Matumba Man trying to at least find the jump on 19. There is no Remnant actually available here, but he's trying very hard to get this attack speed build down, but just not quite able to get it yet. He needs that Moon Shard.
Decide chasing him up here is a little bit too far. He's got another charge of 5 remnant available now, though, so they let him go. As far as the charge thing goes, any ability that's like a charge one will say that it's off cooldown at the top. Same goes with like passive abilities. Click on the hero, that will show you how much time is remaining.
Well, I know it's weird because it says it says it's green on the top there, as if like the ability is ready to be used.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
It's very counterintuitive.
Matumba Man jumping in to find the jump on Vansker, but immediately the TP comes out here by Illusion and 6-3 on the sidelines. In fact, it's going to be a 5-man team fight pretty soon here. Nisha, he's just out of there. He TP traps out. He's gone.
Yeah, besides, I don't want to be here anymore. I just dove under your tier 4. This Keeper of the Light's doing the work, though. Blinding Light just does so much. 6 seconds at 80% miss chance. Like, you don't want to be attacking people during that. You need to accept that, okay, I wait for Yapsword to get that Lotus Orb to be able to dispel me. Alright, he actually has it now. Or I need to go Divine Rapier / MKB. And that means either deviating from the build that he wants to do, or playing like very risky gameplay getting a Divine Rapier. I don't think they're going to pick up a Divine Rapier unless they know that they're winning in a game like this, given the fact that they've already given the enemy team a little bit of leeway with what they decided to draft.
Right. So, I don't know. I mean, I think he'll go Divine probably after Moonshard. He's not going Moonshard. I'm solely disappointed.
I think they realized that they're not winning as hard as they wanted to, and so they've changed up their item build a bit again. You can't make your draft and your item picks too silly, or you will lose. And that's something you got to accept.
It's almost like that's how Dota works. Speaking of which, 6-3. A little bit roughed up here. There is a Will-O-Wisp being thrown down immediately. Illusion coming in with the blink. They find the combo. Yapsor channels his ultimate. They find a very good kill because that was a double ultimate there. It looks like they're actually going to end up losing Slardar here. Yeah, pushed back into the enemy. Matumba Man not able to get any clicks off. And during this whole entire time, it's just we have Nisha just farming up the top lane pushing, but it's just there's no way he could defend this with just the Tidehunter. So it's going down.
Well, Nisha's forced to back off away from this Ember Spirit. Actually just TP's out. That's the beauty of it. It's a faster town portal scroll. But this tower's just melting.
Yeah, they got Zai as well. It's very easy. The Imclaw making a little bit of a surprise there. And these racks are just dead.
Yep.
They can't get more, though. They have the tier 2 tower in the top and the tier 1 tower in the bot still.
Yeah, but you lose one fight against a Terrorblight, he brings down your tower like it's nobody's business. So Butterfly now complete on him as well. So at this point, I think BKB, MKV. Got the BKB coming up next in the Templar Assassin. At this point, I think that they've realized that, again, they can't go for these super silly items like the Moonshire on the Slaughter. They need to be building serious items in order to win this game, because they've started to let it slip a little bit. Man inching closer to his BKB. It depends if Team Unique tries to put the pressure on them right now before they manage to finish these BKBs, though. I think at the moment they're able to.
Yeah, right now they seem to have a pretty good grip on the game. For the net worth is evened up as well, so there's a pretty decent chance. There is a lot of gold still on the side of secret supports, which means like the supports will have a lot more utility to offer. But I say that your offlane Tide Hunter is actually underneath your support Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
So it's the gold may be there, but it's the items and the people who have the gold.
I mean, it makes sense. Zai isn't really able to
19.
farm.
Oh, damn, he just got slammed so hard up in the top lane. Bash after bash after bash.
Yeah.
After stun. After meld.
Under meld, under way too much armor lost. But yeah, there's not a whole lot Zai's going to be able to do to keep up with farm like Yapsor, because he didn't go Anchor Smash at the start of the game. So I had to go all in on the Gush.
Hey, you know, if you start the meme, you gotta finish it.
I mean, we saw how seriously Zai takes his memes last game when he was just diving those tier 4s on Spear Breaker.
I would see the Monkey King now being queued up for the TA. Fresh BKB. The swap immediately on Zitrax. They find the Ravage to follow suit, but the Will-O-Wisp well timed. This will disengage this completely. See Courier going down as well. Actually, Nisha managing to clip it just in time. They find the kill. Matumba Man still up on the hill. They want more. Illusion does manage to find Puppy. They will throw out the Lotus, but that's not going to slow down Zitrax, who comes in from the sidelines with the slow from Reflection.
That's 2 heroes down. That fight might have been a little bit different if they waited for Slaughter to finish his BKB. Again,
that is literally the sole item we're waiting on for this game to be completed for the side of Secret.
Yep.
And it's not just his BKB. There's other various items as well, but the BKB is going to make a significant difference in the team fight. The Monkey King as well will allow them to hit the Terror Blade for whenever TA manages to finish it. And Zai's going Ags, which is not really going to change our current scenario.
Alright, for a second I thought the TA teleported while rooted, but that didn't happen. But yeah, TA is 1 second down portal scroll. They jump on her in the bottom lane and then she just leaves.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's easily interruptible though.
Oh, so is a town portal scroll.
Yes, well. Yes. I mean, what do you want me to say about that? Of course it is.
Anyway, she's getting pretty close to the MKB right now, so again, like you said, she'll be able to fight the Terrorblade once she has that. Terrorblade is inching a little bit closer to getting Satanic, will help him a lot as far as getting chain stunned and being able to just keep fighting, even though he's taking tons of damage.
Oh,
he's
I saw him TP from the bot, and then immediately it was on top of a trap that was just right there, and Vansker just dies, and he buys back too.
Yeah.
Oh, because maybe they think they're
right
doing
beside
Roche.
the Roche pit, so at that point you imagine, okay, Roche is up, the enemies are going to come take Roche. Unfortunately, Roche hasn't respawned yet.
Yep, it's got about 10 seconds left on that.
Yeah.
Nisha knows, so he's just jumping from lane to lane with the power of magical teleports of like probably one of the worst Aghanim scepters.
I mean, it's working right now. I wouldn't call it worst.
I mean, so since Boots of Travels technically got reworked to be a nerf, I could say that it is a nice item for TA to go for, but I would consider going for that item at the point at which I want to get my Boots of Travel. Not as my first item into the game.
Fair.
Speaking of which, though, they broke the TA trap that was in the Roshan pit, and Roshan is now being attacked. Does have the cheese, and there's no real way for them to rotate as the nearby traps are not exactly nearby, so it looks like they'll just try to trade towers for the time being. They do TP in the Ember, though. 19 with a DD. He'll be able to adequately defend it. And now TA, I don't think they know that this is... No, they know this is happening. Puppy's on the outside. Now they really know what's happening.
Yeah.
They want to get it. It's at very low HP, so even if like they don't get it, they could still dive in there and get it anyway. There's no blink, though. They find the jump immediately on Yapsor on the sidelines. Not able to channel his ultimate so the fear doesn't go out. Puppy doesn't really want to get involved, though. Remnant comes in, and they baited that so hard, and they want to get this kill on 19. No Remnant available for disengage. Now there is. They drop the BKB immediately on Muntama Man, though. This is exactly what they've been waiting for. 19 blinks into the pit. The jump from Muntama Man trying to pick off 633 on the sidelines. Illusion throwing him up into the air. The Will-O-Wisp has been disengaged. Puppy trying to escape with his life. Very low HP just from the illusion alone, but Zai now is going to be the main target here. Ravage is available. He wants a decent one before he pops it, if he pops it at all. And now would probably be the time, but we'll be able to... Nope, now he's just dead.
Yep.
They don't want to trade that off, especially since this whole entire time, Nisha, with the help of the Muntama Man, has actually just been pushing into the top lane this whole entire time.
Now he's bottom again.
If you can't win the team fights, just rat.
Yeah, I mean, that went beautifully for Team Unique. Them going to the Roshan while Team Secret trying to push around the map, especially considering Team Secret had just exhausted their scan into that. Like, that went as good as it could have got, and they held on to that Will-O-Wisp for like as long as possible. Again, they finally decided to use it when everyone was up on top of that hill, when things were at their most dangerous, to save that Ember Spirit. And like, while that was happening, they weren't at any risk to losing the Roche pit to the enemy team because they were all up there. So Terribly managed to take that. They saved the Ember Spear with the Will-O-Wisp. Just everything went so right there for Team Unique. Nisha trying to do what he can to like get a little bit out of the loss of that team fight, and he managed to take that tier 3 on the top tower, tier 3 at top. But tier 3s don't open up as much as they used to. It's not like a huge win. You kill the tier 3, then suddenly you can take control of the map by killing the enemy team's shrines.
Well, there's also the other part on that is that both of the mid towers are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't even gain map domination for killing any of the tier 3 towers at the moment, because it's just you have the most important towers in Dota are still both alive.
Yeah.
But I don't think Secret are concerned about map domination. I think they're more concerned about lane domination. And when it comes to dominating lanes and in the later game, it's a fact of getting the lanes that take the longest to push based on their total distance between the barracks spawn point.
I'd say
the other
Team
thing is
Secret's
that
a team that thinks about all those things, but yeah.
Well, they are a very smart team.
Mhm.
They're not
When they're
the
not
they're not
going
the team
minus armor
that
strat
loses on
every-
purpose to go into the lower bracket to face easier opponents.
True. They are the team that went full minus armor strat, though.
Yes, and yes. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that still broke the psionic projection. But anyway, they do manage to find the kill. Muntama Man in the mid, drops his BKB to maybe try to find a return here, but doesn't want to activate his Mask of Madness. Zitrax does manage to take a tower in the meantime. Puppy going to go ahead and jump in, but not going to be able to get the kill on 19. And they're going to rotate out for the time being. Tidehunter still with the Ravage available if they need it. Aghanim Scepter online. So we are going to see the AoE gush. But armor reduction obviously doesn't reduce the amount of damage you do to your tower. So that's one dead tower.
Yeah. TA taking top range tracks in the meantime. And he's able to get around the map like he's Ethereum.
Oh, hang on. Puppy just gets bursted down over here onto the tower. He's going to have to buy back immediately if he wants to hope to defend on this. But the hopes are very fleeting as we see Pugna also healing in the back lines. And this tower's dying. This tower's dying real hard.
Question is if the Rax dies here. You still have Ravage available. TA is about to join the fight. BKB is finished.
Well, they sunder Zai immediately, so if they want to Ravage, it had to happen now. And there's no buyback available. He's 1k gold away, or 500 gold away. And this is just another dead set of Rax, and there's literally nothing Secret are going to be able to do about this.
So you're now down 2 sets of Rax after the kind of game that we just watched last game. This goes to show you mess around too much, the enemy team is going to take advantage of it. It doesn't matter how good you are. Illusion ends up dodging the Slardar stop with his Blink Dagger.
Misha, though, is going to try to jump on 633 on the sidelines here. Starts the TP, but there's no bashing mechanic with this TA. Monkey King Bar no longer giving the mini stun.
Almost level 25 on the TA. When he hits that, he'll have the plus 1.25 second bash time on his Meld Strike, which is going to help him a lot. He hasn't been able to fight his Ember Spear when he goes on top of him to stop his push just because of this Blade Mail. The couple of seconds that gives him that force the damage back onto the TA gives Ember enough to be able to take a fight against him. So even though he's got like basically no money compared to this Templar Assassin, 13,000 net worth compared to the 22, Templar Assassin still has to be careful when fighting him. Dota2 sure is a game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the equivalent of just saying, like, there's one item in all of Dota 2 that's going to be able to instantly kill a single person, and there's nothing you really do about it. No matter how many items you have, that one item could make the difference. And as we see here, that one item definitely did make the difference, and we see Ember Spirit going down. Zitrax, though, does have his Metamorphosis up as well as the Aegis. They find the kill on the Puppy sidelines here, but yeah, so rooted up as well. Matama Man just trying to escape. Everyone's trying to get out of here. Nisha is tossed in. Does manage to drop the Ravage though from Zai. They want to get the kill on 19, but it actually kills himself. And it looks like 19 will be able to escape with Zai going down here as well. Nisha, BKB. Yapsor coming in with his BKB as well as his Requiem. They will be able to find at least a return. 633 will hit the ground, and they find the insta-give on Nisha. They want more. There's only one hero alive. It's still going to be poor Yapsor. Stuck in the trees here as Illusion will slowly click him away, and they find the kill.
Gem on the ground right now. Illusion does spot it and picks it up. TA was just a little bit of gold away from being able to buy back in that fight. Once Keeper of the Light went... Wait, no, what am I saying? So, he was a little bit of gold of being able to buy back in that fight. He now has it, so he can buy back into the game. He wasn't able to instantly buy back and come back to the fight, though. Which he might do here. I think that he has to, because...
if they want to defend the last racks, there's no other option they really have available for this one, and that's what Unique we're trying to get out of them, but I don't think there's going to be too much with this either, is that there's no swap. You can't solo out the hero. You don't have Ravage. They jump in immediately with the Reflection, and it does so much damage.
Yeah.
Nisha does have the Monkey. We already talked about this one's going to go for the Bloodthorn next. Sunder. Oh, Matama Man actually trying to go for a pick off in the back. Illusion does manage to eat the dirt, and they're going to try to click away as much as possible. Nisha's just trying to find the right TB, and they get him. There's the mini bash. There's the stun. He's dead. There's a buyback out from Illusion as well. He's trying to make his way back to them as soon as possible. The TPs are happening as TP's back to the fountain. They find the immediate jump on 633, and they get that kill as well. They trade. They don't lose their barracks just quite yet.
Unique down for 71 seconds now. No buyback. You do have buyback on the Terrorblades. They're not in the worst spot in the world, and they do have to be careful with no buyback on the Ember. The Ember almost went down in that last fight. And I think if he did, at that point, Secret's just able to end the game with the amount of right-click onto the towers that they have. But Team Unique still in this, and you almost lost on Secret just there.
Mere moments away. Speaking of mere moments, though, Matama Man does manage to find 19. The Blink Dagger is available in now, and then he does have the Sprint up and online. So he blinks in immediately, finds the Bash, turns on the Mask. He is going to get jumped on by Illusion, and I think Matama Man just clicks on whatever heroes you can as Nisha comes in. BKB is there. The E-Blade actually on Illusion will slow down 19's death here, but 19 with a Remnant available. 1 second left. You can't dodge that, though. He goes down in Illusion. Will be probably going down as well here, trying to find the kill on Matama Man, but not going to find it. Nisha popping a Greater Fairy Fire charge just in case, and they do indeed find the kill on the Ember.
Yeah, with Ember down for this amount of time, they're going to be able to take at least one set of racks here. TA rushing down this bottom lane to do so. Zai trying to take this mid tier 2 so we can open up the last of these barracks tier 3s.
Barracks?
The barracks. That's what they are.
You know what? I won't judge because I've pronounced a couple things wrong, including our last cast where I pronounced a team's name wrong multiple times.
It wasn't pronouncing it wrong.
No, I was saying it wrong.
Anyways, this tier 3 tower does go down. Ember Spirit not back up as I ignore Pete. 50 seconds left.
I didn't write that. Anyway.
So,
yeah, there's 50 seconds left on this. The silenced immediately out on the Terrorblade here to stop any possible meta from happening here. Bloodthorn coming in, though. They want to get this kill on the racks real bad. They'll get the one, and they'll probably just leave it be. Nope. Nisha's not satisfied.
26 seconds left. Tiny's still down for another 12. But that does not give them time to take that next tier 2. They're going to be very careful going on to that one if they decide to do so. Ravage is up.
You do see that there's also Tidehunter's Courier hovering over the Roshan at the moment. It's going to respawn in 2 minutes, however. So it's going to be a little while until they can get that nice advantage put down, and that's probably what they were kind of waiting on too.
Yeah, and if it had spawned just now, it would have made things a lot easier for them. Unfortunately, it's not always the case. Game was a little bit boring back when it was only like a guaranteed 10-minute respawn on Roche, though. Move around like clockwork.
Yeah, well, it was just, that's when, like, you would just play Ursa, because you would just go into the pit every 10 minutes and get the kill, you'd get the gold, and then you reset. And it's the same thing with Huskar. That was back when Huskar could always solo the Roshan.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just, I mean, you can still solo Roshan, but it's somewhat a little difficult still. Bloodthorn immediately out on Illusion. He goes down. There's no buyback for him, and they want to get this kill on Zitrax on the side, but they're not really going to get it. The Will-O-Wisp goes down. The only one that needs to right-click is not affected by it. However, losing all of his HP to Zitrax. He's got the Daedalus as well, so he's clicking real hard. YapzOr, they actually find 19. I didn't even see that. They pick him off on the back lines here. Nisha with very low HP. Oh, he TA trapped and relocated. That's what happened.
Yep.
The power of just psionic projection.
By the end of this game, you will learn that is a powerful Aghanim Scepter, Pete.
And what if I don't? I mean, I will say that it is better than Boots of Travel. And like I said, if I were going to go for a Boots of Travel on my TA, I'd actually sooner go Aghanim Scepter and just toss out Boots completely. Oh my god, Nisha, calm down. Whoa.
That is a lot of damage. There's a couple crits in a row right there, right?
3 crits in a row, plus he didn't have the Imp Claws, so he was just critting.
Yep.
Go back and get that sound file. Yeah, no, that was very scary, actually. Nisha does not want to be around that. Projects into the Roshan.
Refresher shard up
Zeiss
on...
Courier died to the Roche, I think? That Courier is... That Roche is dead. Nisha takes the Aegis. He swaps out the Ags.
Yes. No, he swaps back. Zeiss swaps back in the eggs. He's got eggs. He's got the Refresher shard. He's got double Ravage. He's ready to push to end now. I don't think there's a whole lot that Team Unique is going to be able to do about this. They get onto that back line with the Ravage and the TA, whether it be with with a trap and
Illusion's cape for Terrorblade.
I think too little, too late right now.
Well, I mean, it's an item that only happens at this point in time.
Yeah. But with them just getting Roche, things are going to be very tricky. Just farming up your tier 4 items right now on Team Secret, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, Secret kicking it into overdrive this last couple minutes here, getting those double sets of... Wait. Yeah, double sets of racks. For some reason, I thought they managed to get bought, but I got my order wrong.
And Timeless Relic, that's a very, very good item. They might drop that on the Tide Hunter if he's got double Ravage, we'll see.
Yeah, he's swapped out. He doesn't want the other item, whatever it is. He takes it from Matumba Man. He's ready. Sliver's going to be on Slardar as well. What are we looking actually for neutral items anyway? So there's another Shawl on the Keeper. There's the Essence Ring on Tiny. Ember Spirit has the Orb. Nisha has the Prince's Knife. Telescope on Pugna and Terrorblade with the Cape. Telescope on the Venge. Fucking YapzOr has the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, then the Prince's Knife on Nisha. Faster projectile speed. As well as the Hex.
Yeah, so he jumps on top of somebody with the trap, hexes them, hits them, then bashes them after that.
On top of that, there is a Leveler on Slardar now. That is 60 attack speed.
He didn't get his Moon Shard, but he got half of it.
Still feels like it's not fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, you have 272 attack speed. That's pretty good. Right now, they're posturing for trying to take a fight right now, though. You have pretty good high ground defense in the form of Ember Spirit, Keeper of the Light. You have to be a little bit careful with the Terrorblade as well. We saw the amount of damage he was able to do to even Templar Assassin when he got a couple crits in a row. He's got Basher now as well. Gonna go Abyssal Blade next. Actually opted not to save for buyback, but I'm not sure that they know that on Team Secret. Just trying to get this Abyssal Blade as quickly as possible.
It's very interesting, to be honest, but It's just because you like to spend most of your time as Terrorblade in ranged form, but it doesn't mean you still can't bash. It's like Sniper going Basher. You attack so fast and you attack so far, you get bashed, what are you gonna do? You're dead.
Thank you, Italian Pete. So playing very tight right now. They finally smoke up. Looks like they want to take this. They can't wait too long. Again, they have Aegis and Cheese. They want to take a fight while they have this Aegis.
Yeah, the Aegis is I'm never good at like the time for the Aegis.
What do you mean?
Like when it's gonna expire.
You see at the bottom there, Roche may
Yeah, where it
respawn
says
in
4 minutes.
They take it away at 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then he's got a minute basically to make a play. Yeah, I just realized something as well. There's 2 sentries and a ward on this low ground here outside the outside of their base.
Yes. The one is about to expire, and they want to keep the other one there. 20 seconds left on one ward, and they're not sure if they're able to get that close to that wall there in 20 seconds from now. That's a logic behind that one. That's the same person who plays both wards.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same ward skin too.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the lava one.
All right.
The fountain of our lives? What? That's not the name of it. Okay, that's what I thought. He renamed it. I'm like, hang on, I know that word. There's no way that's the name.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I still think one of the best ones is like the I think it was the one from TI8 where it was like the volcanic hand. That kind of just drops it every now and again.
Are you sure that's not like the Warlock one that you're thinking of? Or is it a different one?
Oh, there's a Warlock ward?
Yeah. The Warlock ward. Watcher of the Deep or something like that. Anyways, they're about to...
I know my ward skins, but yeah.
The smoke will break.
By the way. Whoa. Pops the BKB, starts the TP. And there's the
Unfortunately, he got abyssaled.
And they're like, what the heck just happened? I got abyssaled by a Terrorblade.
I mean, they know that item's up on him now. Meanwhile, while Shadow Fiend dies over there, they push in top lane with the Templar Assassin, but they're not able to do a whole lot. They need to be able to take this bottom tower, but they're playing way too tight right now. There's no pick-off opportunity for Team Secret, and that's what they've been looking for the last couple of minutes. It just did expire about 50 seconds ago, so I don't imagine they'll try and take a fight right now. Just farming money.
Exactly want to throw his feet to the fire too. I don't want to say this is a wait for the next Roshan scenario, but it has expired, so
this is a wait for the next item scenario.
Oh.
The next item is Butterfly.
Insta-crit on Vanscore down here in the bottom. By insta-crit, I mean the Bloodthorn. They immediately do find the return on top of man, but he eats the cheese and 633 goes down. Double Ravage finds everybody. The buyback doesn't even matter. They do have this last hero. They'll get him. Yeah. Unique throughout the GG. They're done. They thought they had a chance, and it's gone now.
Yeah,
Double Ravage Refresher Shard, like you were talking about. That would be the sole winner of the game.
It just becomes too much, even with the buyback available there on the Terrorblade.